The most terrifying thing is not that you fail. It's that you are repeating the very things that make you fail every single day without even realizing it. And this story begins with a parrot. Tony was an ordinary man, not doing terribly, but not truly living either. Every day started the same. Waking up with a sigh, a cold cup of coffee, and a familiar set of words. I'm so tired. This is exhausting. Nothing ever changes. He didn't say them loudly, just murmured. Enough for himself to hear. Until one day, he bought a parrot. A small parrot, green feathers, bright eyes, incredibly alert. The seller said, "It's very smart. It will learn everything you say." Tony just smiled. To him, it was just a bird. The first few days, the parrot was silent. It observed, listened, remembered, and Tony kept living the same way. Morning, I'm so tired. Afternoon, this is exhausting. Night, my life is going nowhere. Then one morning, as Tony stepped out of his bedroom, he heard a voice. I'm so tired. He froze, looked around. No one. Then again, this is exhausting. This time he looked at the cage. The parrot was staring at him, and it was speaking. Tony laughed. He found it amusing. Oh, it learns fast. But in the days that followed, something began to change. Not the parrot, but how Tony felt. Because even when he said nothing, the parrot kept repeating, I'm so tired. This is exhausting. Nothing ever changes. Morning, noon, night, over and over, relentlessly. At first, it felt normal. Then, it became annoying until one day he shouted, Stop it! The room fell silent, but a few minutes later, a softer, slower voice returned. I'm so tired. This time, Tony didn't get angry. He just stood there, quiet, because for the first time, he wasn't hearing the parrot. He was hearing himself. Every word, every complaint, every negative thought was not new. They had been there for a long time. It's just that now, they had a mirror reflecting them back. And that mirror didn't lie. That day, Tony didn't turn on the TV, didn't touch his phone. He just sat there, listening. Every time the parrot spoke, he realized those were the things he had been programming into himself. No one forced him to think that way. No one made him be negative. He chose it, repeated it, and turned it into a habit. The next day, Tony decided to try something small. When he woke up, instead of saying, I'm so tired, he said, Today I'll try to do better. It sounded awkward, unfamiliar, even fake. The parrot still said, This is exhausting. Tony didn't react. He continued, I can start again. Day 2, day 3, day 5, nothing changed. The parrot kept repeating the old words, but Tony kept going. He changed the way he spoke to himself, changed what he listened to, changed what he consumed. Not much, just a little every day. Then one morning, as sunlight came through the window, Tony stepped out of his room, and he heard, Today will be better. He stopped. His heart raced. He looked at the cage. The parrot tilted its head and repeated, Today will be better. It wasn't magic. Not because the parrot became smarter, but because, finally, it was reflecting a different version of him. Tony smiled, not because the parrot had changed, but because, for the first time, he realized his life had never been stuck. It was simply repeating what he allowed it to repeat. You don't become what you wish for. You become what you hear, what you say, and what you repeat every single day. If you're stuck in a negative loop, don't try to change your whole life in one day. Change one sentence, one thought, one small action, and repeat it. If you see yourself in this story, don't scroll away just yet. Take 10 seconds and ask yourself, what am I repeating every day? And if you truly want to change your life, start with stories like this. Hit follow now, because sometimes one story at the right moment can change the way you live for the rest of your life.